Hey guys, it's Sandy with Debbie Sandy Design Co. I'm going to try to pull y'all up over here so I can see the comments. Today we're going to be playing with plaster paint again, and I'm going to be using this like architectural shelf, but we're not going to be using it as a shelf, you know that. So before we get started on that, I'm going to try to get y'all up over here, and let's see if I can do it. And I also need to add something to our gift away box. Y'all, we are just 90 people away from getting this thing shipped out. There I am. Okay. Now. Alright, I can see y'all. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so what we're going to add to the box today is a package of this mesh tubing. Y'all know I love to use this when I'm making wreaths. So we're going to add this to our already overflowing box. I'm going to have to get a new box before we get this shipped out, because I don't think the post office will take it that way. Hey, Miss Liz. Brian, Miss Liz said, hello, Mr. B.
Hello.
Hey, Vicky. Thank you for watching from Houston. Oh, there's my friend Jennifer. I just love her. Is she not the cutest thing? I'm so jealous. Hey, Sandy. You know you have the best name. Okay, y'all, I got to get started on this. All right, so from a yard sale, you can find these just about everywhere. Hey, Lisa. I know I'm missing some of y'all. I'm sorry. I know, Angela. I love it too. So you normally hang it on the wall this way. Now, my original thought was I was going to make a tiny fireplace, no fireplace mantle with it. But then, y'all know I turn everything upside down in my mind. Isn't that cute? It's open on the back. So what my idea is, I'm going to hang it on the door in my studio. Y'all know that I'm doing a series in the Creating Life Moments group. If you're not a member, you need to go join. It's free. And this month we have been cleaning and organizing the craft space. I'm going to hang this on the back of my door, and I'm going to store my paintbrushes in it. Not my little artist brushes, but y'all, I have 2 tubs of furniture brushes, and when they're in tubs you have to pull everything out to find the one that you want. So I'm going to store them in this, at least my most used ones. And what I'm going to do today, we're going to be using the plaster paint in Sweet Cream as our base, and then we're going to highlight in the metallic smoke, and then I think we're going to use a little bit of black aging wax. Alright, we're going to see how this goes. Y'all know Debbie and I say the same thing all the time. It looks really good in my head. Let's see if it turns out that way. So, I've already wiped this down, and I'm just going to mist my brush. I like to start with a damp brush, and my spray bottle wants to keep spraying. I like to start with a damp brush because it just seems to make the paint go further, and it helps to eliminate brush strokes. Although if I had brush strokes on this, you would never know it because it is so detailed. And what I'm using is a French round, so I can get down in all of those details. And we're going to get one coat. Y'all, this is covering. See if I can hold it up where you can see it. Look at how that's covering. And this is one coat. So we're going to get a coat of the Sweet Cream, which I love this creamy color of white. Alright, I just lost my comments over here.
Sharon Green, Tammy, Sharon Hurlbert.
Well, hello, ladies. Alright, so I'm just going to get the first coat of this Sweet Cream on here. And then I'm sorry, I'm going to have to use my heat gun to dry this because I want to hit the highlights with some of this smoke metallic. I'm obsessed with these metallics.
Barbara Luker, Liz, Estelle, and Katie Wilson said good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Let me see if I can get my comments back up over here. They just like to disappear on me sometimes. And y'all know, I know I've got some furniture painters over here. You know when you're painting something with this much detail. Thanks for the sprinkles. Hey, Miss Phyllis. Somebody said I'm freezing. Am I freezing, y'all?
No, I thought that was freezing Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Y'all got snow.
That was Sharon Herbert.
Didn't you? If I feel like my brush is drying out too much, then I'm just going to redampen it with my spray bottle over here. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. So even though my studio is my work area, I still need it to be pretty. I still need it to inspire me. Y'all know sometimes we go through those times when the ideas just aren't coming. So if I have pretty things to look at, it inspires me. And then we've already talked about how in my mind, when I see something, the first thing my mind does is turn it upside down to see what else it could be. So when I was looking at this yesterday, I already had it all planned out. I already had my legs for it. Then all of a sudden it went, that would be a great storage piece. So that's what we're going to do with it. And we're just going to keep going here.
Sandy Jarman said we're having a big snowstorm there since last night, and Sharon said yes, -3 and snow.
Ugh. -3.
Darla Pepper sprinkled.
That's Angela's mom. Hi, Mom. So, you know how we've adopted Aunt Brenda?
Yeah.
Well, now we have Mom Darla.
Okay.
Y'all just come on in. We will adopt just about anybody. But we are 90 away from hitting our goal. So if you have anybody that would enjoy this, that would enjoy all of our crazy shenanigans and seeing what our little brains come up with, feel free to invite them and help us get there. So I can get this box out while I can still lift it.
Debbie asked, how do you like sitting down?
Debbie, it's odd. It's odd. I feel really, really short. But I am on my new craft table. I still have to finish painting it. And I can't wait to take a picture of the top of it and show y'all. I'm kind of proud of the top. So y'all know I like to do faux finishes. I like to create my own. Well, the top of this table was 1950s, 1970s, probably 1960s. Avocado green. Probably Formica.
Charlie Kramer sent 100 stars.
Oh, thank you for the stars. That will help cover the shipping on this box. Y'all would not believe what all we've got in this. And then this morning we added the mesh tubing. I haven't done a wreath in a while. I need to do a spring wreath. I did a garland last week. Gosh, this is pretty. And I am working out of a 2-ounce jar of paint. And I want y'all to look at how far this is going. I'll show you the jar in just a minute. I'm really impressed with this.
Vicky the Grand said last night the house was 80 degrees, woke up to 50 outside.
I know how that is. Yeah, it's been crazy here. A few days ago it was like 34 when we got up in the morning, and this morning it was in the 60s and supposed to get up to 85.
Sherry Wright said good morning.
Good morning, Miss Sherry. This is heavy. And now I've got it where I don't have a good way of turning it.
Debbie Tyler said, I do all my crafting at the kitchen table. Wish I had a craft room.
That was one of my requirements when we bought the house, was I had to have a dedicated studio. I didn't care if I had a kitchen or a bedroom. I needed a studio and a bathroom, because I'm at that age.
Judy Ball said, I spread the beauty for you.
Thank you, Miss Judy.
And Barbara Luker sprinkled out.
Oh, y'all, we certainly appreciate that.
Cat White said good morning.
Hey, Miss Cat.
And Liz asked, did you find out if they have a UK distributor for the paint?
Liz, I have not heard back yet, but I will let you know as soon as I find out.
And Vicky LeGrand said, nice coverage. What brand paint?
This is Plaster Paint. It's the Plaster Paint Company. I have put a link up in the description, and I think Brian is about to drop a link in the comments that will take you straight to their website. They have 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 4, 8, 16, and 32, I think. I love it because they have a size that's perfect for crafters. Because let's be honest, I don't really need, unless I'm doing a piece of furniture, I don't need 8 ounces or 16 ounces.
Don Bergenzer said, how do you send stars and good morning?
Down at the bottom where you would put in a comment, it should say send stars, or there should be a little yellow star that you can click on. What was the other question?
And good morning.
Oh, good morning. And thank you for asking. All right, I'm sorry. I'm going to use my heat gun. I hate the noise, but I want to get this dried quick so we can get on to the pretty stuff.
Rebecca Lewis said good morning.
Well, good morning, Miss Rebecca. I want to know what y'all think about my idea for using this to store my paintbrushes in. Thank you for the stars.
Tammy asks, is this paint for crafting or can it be used for furniture?
It can be used for furniture. It was actually created for furniture. and crafters are discovering it. And I'm telling y'all, I am loving this stuff. And I lost my comments over here again. Why can I not paint anything without getting it all over me, y'all?
Tammy said she painted an old fireplace mantle for a headboard in chalk paint. What do you recommend going over it? Wax or clear coat?
Okay, I would recommend a clear coat personally because depending on the type of wax that you use, you're going to have to re-wax it at some point. If you use like a water-based wax, then you're going to have to re-wax it every 3 to 6 months. And I don't like to redo stuff. So I would use a clear coat. If you want to use wax to bring out some of the decorative elements, do clear coat and then do your colored wax over the top of it. That also gives you more control in case you get a little heavy-handed like I do at times. Get this end, and we're going to use the smoke metallic to hit the high points on all of this detail.
Rebecca Cohn said, sorry, I got a phone call. What brand paint was that?
This is called Plaster Paint. It's by the Plaster Paint Company. Y'all, they have the cutest logo. And I think Debbie told y'all yesterday that they have t-shirts that have the little lady that's on their logo on them, and it says get plastered. And we're going to have to order some t-shirts because they are so cute. But if you go to their website, read their about page. They have the neatest story. I just love it. Okay. So this is what we have so far. One coat. Look at that coverage. But now I'm going to get real messy. And remember, it's going to be hanging this way because I'm going to be putting my big paint brushes in it. This is their metallic paint in smoke. It's like a grayish. I look at it sometimes and I think, oh, that's absolutely gray. And then I look at it and I think, that's brown. So it's like a grayish. Tammy, the shelf is heavy. And I'm sitting down trying to maneuver this, so I know I look like an idiot right now. I'm a little old woman, y'all. Give me a break. Why don't I wear my apron? I have, if y'all could see over here, I have probably 12 aprons over here. I never remember to put them on. All my clothes are covered in paint anyway. I think I have one pair of blue jeans that doesn't have paint on it. Alright, I'm going to use my fingertip for this. And I'm just kind of offloading it over here. And I just want to hit the high points.
Estelle said, you're young.
No, Estelle, I'm not. I wish I was. No, I don't. I don't wish I was young. I'm pretty happy the age I am. I'll be 60 in October. And I still feel like I'm 26. So maybe some of y'all can answer this for me. When am I going to feel like an adult?
Estelle said, I'm older than you.
Not by much, sweetheart. I've got a paper towel over here that I'm just offloading on so I don't get too much. And I'm just lightly hitting the tops, the high points on all this detail, just to give it a little sparkle and shine. Y'all know I'm a magpie. If it sparkles, I am drawn to it.
Kat said she's stalking FedEx today. New goodies coming to create with.
Oh, I do that too. So we have this app, and the name of the app is Shop, and it's free download, so you need to go get it if you're a stalker like I am. Once you register, then whenever you have a package coming, like if Phyllis sends us something or I've ordered something from Amazon, not only does it give me the tracking information, it brings up a little map and shows me where the package is. You want to talk about stalking?
Kimberly Holland said, good morning, just joining party. Can you do a quick recap on paint you're using?
Absolutely, Miss Kimberly. I am using plaster paint. Their website is theplasterpaintcompany.com. I started out with sweet cream, and y'all, I completely forgot. I was going to show you. So this is a 2-ounce jar. Look at how much is left. I didn't even use half of that. And now I am using their metallic in smoke. It's kind of a grayish. It looks kind of brown on there, but it has a definite gray tint to it. And I'm just hitting the tops, the raised parts of the details on this. And I'm not being real careful to get all of them, because even though I like shiny and sparkly, I like aged too. So I want it to look kind of aged, and gosh, y'all, I'm loving this.
Diana Langhauser said adulting is overrated, and we have a bunch of people telling how old they are.
Good.
Cindy Doucette asked, where did you find the mantle?
Yard sale. It's actually one of those like floating shelves that's supposed to be hung this way. But y'all know me. I can't do anything the normal way.
First Restorations by Rosie, and Robin Truman said good morning.
Rosie's my friend. She's my friend. And good morning. Did you say Robin?
Robin Truman.
Good morning, Miss Robin.
Kat White said that's impressive.
I'm loving this.
And Kimberly Holland asked, is there spackle on it, in it? Says it's my favorite crafting tool.
In the paint?
I don't know.
Of course, I pretty much like spackle too. I like spackle to create texture. I like spackle to use on fake bakes. Something else I like is caulk. But it has to be the paintable caulk. Oh, and y'all take that advice, because that comes from experience. Make sure it says paintable.
Wendy Sjoberg said good morning, and Kat said it looked like Peter on camera.
Good. That's what I was hoping for.
Tammy said, will it be too heavy to hang on your door?
That's his problem.
Nah.
He said no.
Oh, Kimberly said, yes, is there plaster / spackle texture in paint?
It is a chalk paint, so I'm sure that there is calcium, or which I think plaster is calcium, or something. It doesn't have a whole lot of texture to it, but it's a really, really, really flat finish. I want to get some on that edge, and then I am just going to lightly go across this.
I dropped the link again.
Thank you. So Mr. B just dropped their link again. Y'all go check them out. That paint wasn't quite dry.
Kimberly said, okay, got you so much. Thank you so much for answering my silly questions.
Your questions are not silly at all. Questions are how we learn. And you're asking the person that doesn't believe in following the rules and believes in stretching a product to its absolute limits, which is why I painted a 1994 box truck with chalk paint.
Rhett James said, good morning, Sandy and Mr. B. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Miss Rhett. We are fine. Or at least I am. How are you, Mr. B?
Okay.
Okay, y'all. I'll go back and get the sides in a minute. But I want you to see. Look at the wow. Isn't that pretty? But wait, there's more. Let me get these sides real quick because I want to go over it with some black aging wax, because this is just a little too new looking for me.
Kimberly came back, said, it's not, but I do paint all the time. I do a lot of Pottery Barn dupe vases and things, and I love using the DT lightweight spackle. They're much cheaper to buy it in larger bucket from Lowe's.
You are absolutely correct, and that's what I use on my fake bakes when I'm making cake frosting. And I've also used it to cover styrofoam. Yeah, I like the Dollar Tree, but I too get it in the big buckets at, I think I get that at Home Depot, don't I? The big spackle.
Lowe's, either one.
Yeah.
Rust Restorations by Rosie said, Sandy, you have an idea for a craft project you could do. How about a Dr. Seuss inspired project? Our sisterhood of the brush group is doing a Dr. Seuss challenge.
Okay. I love Dr. Seuss, so I love Dr. Seuss.
Tammy said, how's the paint holding up on the box truck?
Great. Tammy, I can't believe you remember that. Yeah, it's holding up great.
Unique said, good morning, Miss Sandy and friends.
Hey, Miss Pat.
Vicky LeGrand said, ooh, pretty. Kat said, ooh, sounds fun. Terry Osborne sent 100 stars, said, good morning.
Thank you, Miss Terry. We certainly appreciate the stars. Almost finished. Okay. Now I'm going to hit this with my heat gun just a little bit to make sure that it's good and dry before I start putting the aging wax on. I'm going to show y'all this in the jar. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? I'm glad I have a larger jar of this because I see this going on everything. Okay. Sorry for the noise again. Hey Rosie, when do you all do the Sisterhood of the Brush? What day? I caught you this week, but I don't remember what day it was.
Kathy Stoops said, I'll be glad when the weather gets better so I can get back to crafting.
I will be glad when it gets better so I can get back to painting furniture because I'm kind of missing it, y'all. I have done a couple of kitchens and bathrooms in the past year, but I haven't done a whole lot of furniture, just a few pieces.
Liz said, I've done a Dr. Seuss rocking chair. Love Dr. Seuss.
I do too, and Liz, of course you have. I showed you the jewelry box that Liz won a prize for, didn't I?
I think so, yeah.
It was amazing.
Tammy said, I remember, I thought you were a rock star painting the truck.
And Tammy, let's add, in 45 minutes. On a ladder. Alright, so this is where we are. Can y'all see how that just highlighted the high points? So now we're going to add, and I've got a smaller French tip brush that I'm going to use for the wax. And I see I completely missed the sides on the top bottom of this.
Rhett said it's 25 this morning in Salem, Oregon.
Ooh,
I bet that feels awful.
I bet it does too. Of course, Salem is the east side, I think, isn't it?
I thought it was over toward the coast, but I could be wrong.
No, I think it's... Okay, Rhett, what side of the state? Okay. This has a slight, like cleaner smell. I do not mind it. I'm going to sit here and huff wax, okay? Princess, please don't do that on camera. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit on my brush tips, and I'm going to offload it over here just to make sure that I don't get too heavy-handed.
Rhett said, no, west side only an hour from the coast.
Oh, then that is cold. So, Rhett, we used to live in Washington State around Westport. I say around Westport because where we lived was Tokeland, Grayland, and nobody knows where that is. Nobody knows.
Unique said we're at 50 today, so excited.
She's in Canada.
Oh.
That's Miss Pat.
Okay.
And we're hoping that she is going to get to be at Pinners in Atlanta with us. If you're going to Pinners in Atlanta and you want to meet some of the Craft Round the Clock hostesses, we have dinner reservations at Maggiano's at 6:30 on Friday night. You can join us for dinner.
Char's Art from the Heart said, good morning, Sandy.
Hey, Miss Char. Oh my gosh, now I'm nervous. I love Char.
Rhett says, My grandson is from Grayland. Small world.
Really? That's where we had our cranberry farm, was Grayland.
Kat said they're over 60 today, but expecting 6 to 12 inches of snow after today.
I think Mother Nature has gone off her meds.
So Brett said grandson-in-law.
Grandson-in-law. We were in Grayland one year when Pineapple Express came through and got cut off from the mainland, without power for 11 days. And that sounds horrible, but y'all, that was the neatest experience because it's such a small community that everybody just came together and shared everything. So this is such a small community that the grocery store's name is The Local Store. The restaurant's name is The Local Bar. And when that happened, the grocery store opened its doors and said, come take what you need. The local bar opened its doors and said, we'll cook till we run out of food. As horrible as it was a really, really cool experience.
First Restorations by Rosie said, I love Maggiano's. Their mussels are delicious.
Hey, are you going to be there, Rosie, this year?
Susan Ennis said her uncle was a charter boat skipper in Westport, and they vacationed and camped at Grayland.
Ah. I like Westport, Ocean Shores area. I really do. Brian was not fond of the rain.
Joe Williams said Mother Nature's throwing around temperatures here like a Powerball number.
No. I really think we need to check on her because...
Kathy Stroud asks, will this paint hold up outside? I have pots around the pool I'd like to paint, but live in South Texas where it's hot and humid in the summer.
Kathy, what I would suggest is using a good top coat, and they have some fantastic top coats. Just make sure that it has a UV protectant in it.
Unique said that she'll be in Ohio instead. I'll miss you all terribly though.
Oh. She was in Atlanta with us last year.
Char said, oh, I love you too. Love all you and Debbie do.
Char, you know how it is. We just keep trying. And I need to talk to you sometime. You're not going to Atlanta, are you?
Rhett said, wow, Cranberry Farm. That's where Ocean Spray is, right?
Yes, and I still get my little $6 check a year from Ocean Spray. We farmed for Ocean Spray, so I'm gonna give y'all some info. Okay, so if you wet harvest cranberries, which is where you flood the bogs about this deep, then you can only sell your fruit for fresh because it washes the protective coating off that cranberries naturally grow with. We would dry harvest, and the area that we were from, the cranberries were harvested for craisins. So if you buy a pack of Ocean Spray craisins that's bigger than the snack pack, that came from our area in Washington.
Wendy Sjogren sent 50 stars.
Thank you for the stars, Wendy.
talking about how Grayland came together.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy Stutes said that's what we do after a hurricane hits. I live in southwest Louisiana.
Oh. Did you know that Phyllis is in Louisiana? I don't know what part. I know it's Pineville, but I don't know where it's located in the state. Y'all, I love this aging wax. This is going to be so pretty. This may be too pretty to put on my door. Look at how that, isn't that gorgeous? Boy, I'm getting a workout. Here.
Red said, I thought all cranberries were wet harvested. Thanks for the info.
No. In our area, there was only one cranberry farm that wet harvested. Everybody else dry harvested.
Rebecca Cone asked, what kind of brush is that?
This is a French tip that I got this one at Hobby Lobby. It is a Master's Touch round number 20. And I absolutely love it for something like this because it has, I don't know if you can see it, it has kind of a skinny tip on it. So it's going to get down in crevices where just a regular paintbrush would have an issue with that.
Kathy Stroud said, thank you so much. Would I get the top coat from the same company, or is it sort of thing cheaper at some place like Lowe's or Home Depot? If you can't tell, I know nothing about paint.
Oh, Kathy. I tell you what, let me do some research. Will you send me a message here on Facebook so I can message you back? Because Facebook won't let me just send you a message without you sending me one first. And I will do some research and find you the best top coat for that.
Char said, that's beautiful.
Thank you, Miss Shar. Okay, so I've got just a little bit of this on it. I like this smell. Brian really does not want me huffing wax on camera.
Well, the server said that's gorgeous.
Thank you. Okay, I have just a soft cloth here. And where I started on the front, it's had a little bit of time to dry, because yes, wax will dry. Not completely hard like paint. But I'm just going to buff this up a little bit with a soft cloth. And I'm going to pick up any excess wax that I have on there because I used black.
Kat said, we live near the Cape. They always flood the bog.
Yeah, in your area, they do. So when we left Washington, when you dry harvest, you have to clip the tops of the cranberry vines so that they will produce the next year. And I saved those clippings and tried to take them to New Mexico. Yeah, that didn't work. They didn't grow. But I tried. And I will tell you, that was physically probably the hardest job I have ever done and the most rewarding.
Denise Copeland said, that's stunning.
Thank you, Miss Denise. So I want just a little bit more aging on, let's see if you can see it, this little straight piece down here. So what I'm going to do is wet one corner of my cloth and then rub it back, because this paint has not cured yet. It's dry to the touch, but it's not cured. So it's still going to be tender enough that I can wipe some of it back.
Susan Ennis said she grew up in Bremerton,
Oh,
Washington.
yeah.
Home Sweet Create. That's just absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, Miss Jennifer. Home Sweet Creates, who we had on Craft Crush last week.
Yeah.
She's a little cutie. I think I already said that.
Kat said she worked on a Christmas tree farm. That was hard work.
I bet that was.
Rhett James, that's beautiful. Where are you going to put it?
Okay, so Rhett, it is supposed to be like an architectural floating shelf. I'm going to put it on the door to my studio like this because you can see how it'll be kind of like a pocket if I hang it this way. And then I'm just going to put my larger paintbrushes in it because my door's right there. And that way I'll be able to find them. Right now I have them in totes. And I have to empty everything to find the brush that I want. This way I can have all my favorite brushes right there handy where I just have to walk over and grab it. So this is how it's going to hang. And y'all, just that quick, this is one coat. And then I used the metallic in smoke. This is one coat of sweet cream. I used the metallic in smoke. And then I used some of the black aging wax. What do y'all think? I love it. I can't wait to get it hung. So you know what Mr. B is going to be doing this afternoon. Because it's his job to hang it for me. Let me look at some of the comments. Oh, thank you for the hearts.
Sandy Jarman said, I love Washington's blackberry bushes.
Okay, so I really miss. We had, of course, we had the cranberries. We had raspberries. We had blueberries. We had blackberries. And we had salmon berries. I could walk through, oh, and then we had Italian plums. I could walk through the yard and eat lunch. I miss that. I miss all my berries. Oh, thank you, Lisa, but yeah, it's going to have brushes in it.
Vicky LeGrand asked, would you put cans in it to hold them up, the brushes?
I have enough that I'm not going to need to do that, but you could. I have enough paintbrushes to fill this up probably 4 times.
Kathy Stoops said I could put dividers in it.
You could. Oh, thank you, Liz. Hey, Miss Cat, you can find these shelves at yard sales. A lot of times you can find them at Goodwill. I don't know how good of a bargain it would be at Goodwill. Could you? Cindy, I could. Thank you, Miss Barbara. Thank you, Tammy, for all the hearts.
Sandy Jarman asked, what's salmon berries?
Salmon berries are like blackberries, except they're orange, and I think on the coast of Washington, Oregon's about the only place you can find them. They're wild, and they're delicious.
Bears like them.
Bears like them. Bears like cranberries, too. Listen, y'all, we had deer that would eat in the cranberry bogs, and they were so used to being around people that you would have to walk up to them and smack their little hiney's to get them to leave. And then we had a bear that we just let him have the blackberries, or the cranberries. He would come through about once a week, and it'd be like, okay, I'm not doing anything right now. It was really a fun place to live. All right, y'all. that's all I've got. Don't forget, go over to the plasterpaintcompany.com. Check them out. I think Brian put a couple of links in here to make it easy for you to find them. And I will get some photos when I get this hung up. But isn't it pretty? Y'all have a great day. Love you from the bottom of my heart.